Hi, this is Tammy Blakemore with another episode of Ara and Friends. Today we're going to be talking about allergen testing and the way we test allergens here in the lab. We're going to talk about ELISA kits. These are enzyme-based immunosorbent assays, and the science behind it is there's an antigen that coats a well of a 96 well plate, and it actually captures the allergen that we're trying to detect. So we're going to enjoy, have fun, and you can see maybe our equipment and how we do the methods. Come on and join us for the podcast. Hello, I'm here with Tommy Geisendorfer. I'm getting ready to do some allergen testing. Tommy, what kind of samples are you going to be working with today?
So typical sample type we're going to have is going to be finished product capsule. We're going to test that for any type of allergens. We can also do raw material powders. And we also have environmental swabs with swab production lines. We test those for allergens as well.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get started. Tommy, what allergens are you working on?
So we've got gluten and soy. We've got soy here incubating and the 60-degree water bath. And we've got gluten that I'm about to rinse and wash the microplates with, a wash buffer, and then add a substrate in the next step.
All right, Tommy, where are you at?
So we are going to add our samples to our centrifuge for 10 minutes at 2000 RPM. And then we'll collect off our supernatant and use that in our allergen reaction.
All right, does it look like we're done with the centrifuge?
Yep, the centrifuge is done, so we'll get our samples out. As you can see, so the particulates at the bottom have collected down here, and this clear solution we have here is called the supernatant. That's what we use for our sample reaction.
All right, on to the next step. All right, Tommy, I guess we're to the next step. If you don't mind walking us through what you're doing next.
Yeah, so right now I'm just going to pipette my standard curve, my samples into these antibody-coated wells, and then we will react for 20 minutes and then move to the next step.
Okay. During the testing, there's several steps where you have to incubate or let the reaction happen. So during those times, I thought we'd talk about, the reason we do allergen testing, and it's all for human health. There's a lot of people that have reactions and can be very severe to different allergens. The FDA has listed 9 key allergens that they look for, and they're milk, eggs, fish, crustacean shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts, wheat, soybeans, and sesame. So these 9 are really critical for labeling and, making sure that if they're in the product, they're on the label, and, just to make sure we didn't have any manufacturing cross-contamination.
So right now we're just washing out our wells with a wash buffer to clear out the enzyme conjugate. Before we move on to the next step, we add the substrate, which the sample will react with.
Oh, this is interesting. So this one is coming out of like an ambient incubation. I don't know if you can see that it's turned like a blue color. So it's starting to have a reaction. So what's the next step on this plate?
So now we'll add our stop solution. As you can see, there will be a gradient of color on the standard curve, starting from 0, moving up to the high point of the curve. So the blue will be an indicator of presence of gluten. The stop solution will turn yellow. We're going to read our plate.
Wow.
All right.
Well, that was a great podcast. I'm glad Tommy was able to take us through the steps of the method so we could see how allergen testing is done, and then see the plates and that antigen antibody binding step that allows for the allergen to be captured, and the color change reaction that happened so we could actually measure and quantitate the amount of allergen, and then the reading of it where we put it on the microplate reader and we're able to get an actual value. So this was excellent information and a great way to see what we do behind the scenes in the lab. So hopefully you enjoyed today's podcast.